Hey everybody, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to do my take review, whatever, on the newest Transformers comic from Image Comics. So it's Transformers number 9. Yeah, it's number 9. It's funny, I went and got my box at my comic book shop a week ago, last Friday, and my comic book shop already had it in there. He said, I know it's not supposed to be out till Wednesday, but you know, just don't tell anybody. Well, I guess I told people, but it's neither here nor there at this point. I wasn't going to do an early review on it. I just didn't have any time, really. I was so busy. I was gone for the weekend. I had to pick up my comics on Friday because I was gone. I was out of town for the weekend. You know, I ended up getting the CBR on Wednesday when it was officially released. And so then, again, I didn't have any time yesterday. I read it yesterday. And actually, no, I read it Wednesday evening. That's right, I read it Wednesday evening. I was going to read the copy that I had earlier, but I just didn't have any time. So I did read it, and we're going to go over it. We'll pull it up the CBR in a second, but I just wanted to let everybody know I did pick up Scarlet. They had like 3 of the variants, and I'm not into the variants, but they had 3 of the variants at the comic book shop last Friday. But I was flipping through, like, come on. I went, okay, good. They had like 4 copies of the regular cover, which is what I wanted. So I told them, I said, add Scarlet to the bill, and I said, just go ahead and put Destro on there too. So I got Destro, and Scarlet on. Again, I'm going to go back and pick up the trades for Cobra Commander and Destro at some point. I just haven't yet. I think Cobra Commander and Destro. I think Destro is out. I think Cobra Commander comes out this month. I think next week, possibly. I think. So we've got that. And again, like I said, I'm going to also pick up the trade for 1 through 6 of Transformers. So I did start with number 7, of course, and then there was number 8 from last time, and then now I've got number 9 here. So again, we'll get into this, but yeah. So hopefully this 6-issue series keeps the same artist, the Warhate, or George, I think it's Warhate, I believe, Corona. So hopefully they keep his art on this. I would like to see him just stay on the series, but they never seem to keep anybody for any length of time. It's always like a 6-issue arc and then bam, another person. 6-issue arc, bam, another person. It's like, I guess I don't mind cycling through artists, but I really like him, so I wish he'd kind of stay. Again, Daniel Warren Johnson, nothing against his art, but I just like Corona's better. So put that back in the stack. So let's switch over to the CBR here. I'll stay in the corner where I belong. So let's pull this up. Okay. So, anyways, Jesus, hold on a second. Are we recording? Alright, sorry about that, guys. I would edit it out if I had editing software, but I don't, so I was able to pause it. Just a buddy of mine called me on Discord, well, of course, while I'm recording a video. Never fails. But anyways, sorry about that. Let's get into the comic. So, the cover is pretty cool. Obviously, Optimus Prime's holding the weight of the world, weight of planet Earth on his shoulders. It's a little melodramatic, but it serves its purpose. It's a nice cover. Anytime you do an all-white cover like that, I think it looks attractive. And then I like the nice balance of the blues in the Earth and the globe, and then the blues in him, and then of course the blues on one side. Nice use of I mean, it's not rocket science, but it's just the graphic of their Transformers being in red and the credits being in blue to match the red and blue of Prime. That's a nice touch. I think it looks cool. It's impressive. Like I said, it's not rocket science. It's and I guess it is to people who don't do art, but to people who do art, just like, all right, I see what you're doing. Anyways, so oops, let's get back into it here. Double check that I'm recording. Yes, I am. So it looks like the same creative team as the last one. I don't think anybody's different. I think Mike Spicer, was he? No, he was in the original. Or the other two comics, okay. So, the colorist. Mike Spicer. Wolf Blitzer, sorry, I don't know his name like it. Russ Wooten, the bass player. I mean, Victor Wooten, sorry. But anyways, Daniel Warren Johnson, of course, the writer, and then I'm just going to keep going with Warhay because that's what it looks like to me. Corona as the artist. There's all the covers by other people, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, let's get into it here. Part of the Energon Universe, issue number 9. Again, we're right up to a nice start. We've got, again, I'm not going to read it for you, but I'll kind of tell you. Spoiler alert. I'm gonna go through the pages. I might skip through a few of them, but for the most part, we'll look at some of the key shots that I think are impressive. It's funny. I like how Jetfire, which actually I moved back up on the shelf. He's sitting down too. Wheeljack's working on him right now. Anyways, I like how they do Jetfire to look like Jetfire, not like the Robotech Valkyrie or Veritech or whatever you want to call it, Macross Valkyrie. Anyways, I think I probably mentioned this in the other one, but yes, Cliffjumper is the de facto Bumblebee in this. Basically, Soundwave has kind of gotten back into communications with Cybertron. He's talking to Shockwave. Now, if everybody knows about Shockwave, like back in the cartoon, it was always, Megatron. He never really had like a role in the original cartoon, and he never showed up in the movie either, the '86 movie. But at least I don't think he really had much of a role in the first one. I'm trying to remember an episode with Shockwave outside of just him going, "Red Megatron!" on the big screen like that when they're trying to send Energon back up to Cybertron. But it was always like the urban legend, Han Solo Blubber Pants. It was always the urban legend, a kid theory that Shockwave was this ultimate badass. He's old, like the old Decepticon leader, but he's like an ultimate badass, and he's the most powerful one. That was always the kid theory. Whether or not that was true or not, and whether or not somebody might even have read that in something. I don't know. I can't remember what the Marvel comic book, if that was a thing. It's just been so long since I haven't gone back and reread those over issue 1 through 12 in a long time. I think I read issue 1 through 12 a couple of years ago. I picked at a few of them when this comic came out just to kind of go back. But again, if anybody knows if Shockwave was supposed to be the Ubermensch or the Uberbot in this in the Transformers universe, let me know. But I think it might have been a thing because they seem to kind of play that up in this comic. So Soundwave, of course, gets in touch with them, and then he sends a big blast of energy up through the ship, because they're that ship underwater. Sorry. Creates a whirlpool, and I don't know what are they in. I guess it's just part of the arc. They're just whatever the little thing is that those guys are, Prime and Ratchet and Jazz are in, but it's being carried by Jetfire. I believe Cliffjumper's driving Jetfire, which, why? Again, Jetfire just drive himself. But anyways, it looks like it blasts off one of Jetfire's wings. These Transformers, as you can see, Optimus Prime's arm is gray there. They really take a beating. They seem to be constantly having to fix themselves. As you'll notice coming up, spoiler alert, one of these Autobots I think passes the point of fixing, past the point of repair or whatever. So anyways, Jetfire crashes. A pretty violent crash because it ejects. I can see it ejects Cliffjumper pretty far. And some of the other guys go flying too out of this thing. And the Constructicons are there ready to kind of defend. Again, I'm not going to get into exact details here, but then Shockwave ends up coming through the portal, which that was, opening up the portal. I think they were sending It's the same kind of portal like they had in the original show where they'd send, in the comic too, they'd send Energon up, but apparently, obviously, it's a portal that goes to, comes back down to Earth between Cybertron and Earth. So Shockwave comes through. First thing he does is looks like he's gonna blast Cliff Jumper, and Prime's like, oh no, I really like the stylization. I'm not normally a big overly stylized person as far as liking overly stylized, but I think with this one I really like it. It works well. Maybe it's the colors, however it works. I mean, I love in that background back there using all of those textured brushes, because I'm assuming it's done digitally. I mean, it could have been done, on bristle if it was they were using something to get those textures, but that looks to me digital. I don't know, maybe. No, it's hard to tell. If you guys know, let me know. I don't know all of the lore behind how these comics are created. I just go on what I know from creating comics myself. Again, I haven't gone to any conventions. I don't know what any of these people. Actually, I do kind of know what a few of them look like. Was at a panel at a convention I watched on YouTube, but they didn't really get into talking about the nuts and bolts of it. They're basically doing more of a promo thing and answering questions, and nobody asked that question. So Shockwave does the old Megatron thing where he shrinks, obviously, and down, and he's just about to get blown away by Soundwave there when Ratchet comes running up, so you know where this is going. Spoiler alert again. Bam! Looks like what's his face is about to get blasted. It would have been nice. I don't know. If it was me, I probably would have put that blast like him, like a scrow, like the scrow or whatever. Maybe move that up a bit. Maybe move these up a bit if they could fit it. And do these two panels, or maybe not even put Ratchet in there. Maybe do the thing where his eyes are closed, like it looks like he got blasted, like he's in pain, and then his eyes widen up without saying Ratchet. Maybe so then you're like, what's going on? And then turn the page, and this could have been a full page spread, with because they've got this. I guess he's still in shock, and then he's kind of, hey buddy, type of thing, like, oh, he just got blasted. But obviously it looks like Ratchet's beyond the repair, so we got another Transformer down for good. I think, well, Skywarp technically isn't dead. He's merged with Teletran 1, but Ratchet's looks to be, like I said, maybe he'll come back. Who knows? What's his face? Prime gives Soundwave the big boot, the big size 22. For some reason, I keep thinking that's Hulk Hogan giving them the big boot. That's what we need. We need Bobby Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon. It's primetime wrestling on Tuesday nights on WGN. So we need them to call the shots, do the colorful commentary at this as the pandemonium's broken out in the squared circle of this unprecedented extravaganza under the tutelage of one Bobby the Brain Heenan. Sorry, that was my 80s wrestling shtick. So we're going, and then we cut over to. I didn't realize from the last issue when RC showed up that RC is a Lamborghini or whatever. Countach. They're all Countaches to me. Even the Diablo seems okay, but any of the Mercel Lamborghini stuff after that, I can't even pronounce half of it. But again, it's kind of weird though, because again, she, just like her toy, it looks nothing when she transforms. She's got to have the girl shape, so she looks nothing like the vehicle. I think with her white legs, white head, and those tips on the back of her back, they should have put some white stripes in the car to kind of match that, because otherwise it's just like, okay, that's, I assume that's who it is, but you had to. I had to second guess myself. Ratchet looking pretty cool, although as my buddy pointed out, he was looking at this too. Ratchet in that top panel, it looks more like a Porsche, like a rally Porsche. Or I'm going back to the Tamiya catalog, of course, the Tamiya model kits from the 80s and RC cars. But he looks like instead of a Lancia Delta on the top, he looks more like a Porsche. It does look like a Lancia. And this fourth panel here, I'm pointing at it like you think, like you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, the fourth panel. And there's, of course, there's Carly. Like I said, I really like her. I like what she looks like. She looks cool. It cuts back to the hospital. They're the doctor's basically telling Spike he's paralyzed. Now here's where, and my buddy was mentioning this too. I don't think they're playing the whole, diversity thing with, we got to have a paraplegic person there, person in a wheelchair, because if you remember, what was his name? Not Spike. Well, Spike was Spike, but who was the guy? I want to call him Otto, but that wasn't his name. Who was the guy? If you remember, put it in the comments. The kid who was in the wheelchair, who was could always fix and communicate with Teletran 1. He was like the computer kid, of course, because the computer kid's got to be in a wheelchair. But he was if anything, that was more pandering back then and stereotyping than now. But anyways, we're discussing, are they doing the whole thing where they're sidelining Spike? They've already kind of made the dad seem like a kook, because all of us middle-aged white dudes were all kooks. But anyways, are they trying to sideline Spike and bring up Carly as girl boss, as the kids say nowadays? I don't like that term personally, but maybe, I don't. We'll see where it goes. I mean, does it really matter? I mean, I don't know. These comics, I know, because when I was a kid, I didn't care about Spike. Right? I was into the Transformers for the Transformers when I was 12, in 1984, or 11, 12, in 1984. I didn't care. I didn't care about Spike. I mean, he was just there. Him and his dad, they're just there, right? But for me, it was all about the Transformers, and so the human characters, even though they're kind of trying to make it more, because essentially it's just Godzilla. You got giant monsters, and you've got the human story going along with it. I didn't care then. I don't care now. The only reason I'm even making mention to it now is, well, they are spending more time on the human characters, which I guess they kind of did in the Marvel comic as well. But again, even the comic, I didn't care about it as much. But I remember, I like my ladies, so I like Carly. I just like the way she looks. I don't like the kind of the character they're kind of making her into. To me, she's more appealing than, Life Preserver, Parka Jacket, Marty McFly here. It looks like Astro Trains come to the hospital. That is a great shot, by the way. I think that is really amazing work. You really got to, like I said, one thing I got to say about these comics is, and especially with this artist, is you really get a sense of the size of the Transformers. And Astro Train being a Voyager class, I don't think he's a leader class. He's a Voyager class, so he's on par with like Starscream. That size. So he's big. I mean, he's bigger than an Autobot, which is a deluxe class. So, or what are they called? Warrior class. That's what they call. The figures are called deluxe class, but they're technically Warrior class. So he's Voyager class. So yeah, I mean, he's standing up well into the second level. It seems like that hospital should be more than 2 levels, because that looks about 3 stories tall there. And how he's looking through the window like that, pointing the gun and aiming at all the people. That's pretty cool. I mean, I gotta say, that is a really nice shot. Very well done. So basically, Spike just does the, he's going to kill all these innocent people if I don't just turn myself in. Again, I don't know exactly why they want him. They kind of explain it in this, but it's still a little fudgy. again, if you know and you've read this, explain it to me in the comments. But he basically says, hey, I'm ready, don't kill everybody, I'll go with you. So he scoops them up, throws them in the shuttle mode, and back to the bedlam, back to the battle royale here in the squared circle at this unprecedented extravaganza. Anyways, so yeah, Prime's just going sick house. He's having a tough time with, yeah, I mean, Prime, as tough as he is, Shockwave's, he's about to body slam him here. And I use the wrestling terminology, which is apropos, because look what he just did. He just pile drived. He just reverse pile drived. Or is that a reverse pile? Yeah, reverse. You put their head up, put your head between their legs, which always kind of bugged me as a kid. Like, okay. And then you grab them around the torso and you lift them up. So their face would be facing this way, preferably not right into your junk. And then you drop them like that. So this one is like almost like a belly to belly, but you're upside down. How the heck did he get him into that position? That's weird. Anyways, I'm not that diehard of a wrestling aficionado, even back when I was into it in the 80s. But anyways, yeah, he pile drives him. Nice shot of him there. Nice shot there. That's a nice page, even with the weird pile drive. And then we cut back to Cybertron. I think she's about to run. Yeah, there's the gate there. So the gate's open still. Alita's up there. I like Alita. RC's cool. RC's always the first girl robot, that we know. But I think I like Alita better. For some reason, Alita's just more appealing to me. Maybe it's the cool head. Maybe it's just the fact that she's really always... RC's, she's joined in the fray, but Alita seems to be the real, warrior one that's kind of, doing stuff. Now she's saving... I can't remember from the last issue. Was that... I can't remember who that was. All gimped or all stripped apart like that. I can't remember who that was. I gotta go back and read these again anyways, but... So she comes through and, of course, slams right into to Shockwave, knocks him over, kind of comes and saves the day somewhat. She brings in the Combaticons with her, and so the Combaticon... I thought the Combaticons form Bruticus. It's funny, though. With the girl robots, again, back to, their bodies and stuff, which I like. I'm not saying I don't like it. I prefer it, but I just find it funny how soft and round they always are, and especially here, this silhouette. It's look at this thigh, butt cheek here. It's just okay. I thought she's a robot that you can tell the way her legs are all folded up there too. It's just she's supposed to transform into a vehicle or something, right? It's she looks pretty rounded for as opposed to the dudes are all pretty blocky. I thought she fought... Wait, I thought when I read this, merge to form... Wait, were they after her? Wait, are the Combaticons good guys or bad guys? I can't remember. I think they're bad guys. Because I think she's shooting at them. I'm kind of lost in this part. Remember, tell me in the comments, were the Combaticons Decepticons or it seems like they were because they're military, but their vehicle, I don't know. So sometimes the transfers can get quite silly. But anyways, so she stops them. She grabs... Oh, okay, I get what's going on there now. It took me a second. Sorry, I think the artist is doing a good job here in the storytelling. I'm just a little brain dead at the moment, so I kind of missed that. So he merged to form, and then Alita sees him there, and she reaches, grabs Prime's gun, and then she's just brow, shoots at them, keeps them from forming Bruticus. And then it looks like Soundwave finally uses that missile launcher on his shoulder, and lays in, blasts the shit out of Jazz and not Bumblebee, Cliff Jumper. Looks like they're still fighting away there. Blah 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 blah. Looks like Prime takes a good hit. Alita's still got that other Transformer with her. Prime tries to kind of transform, which I guess he pulls off, but he's in rough shape. Again, it's just funny. And her leg there. I just think that's funny. Again, I'm not complaining. I just think it's funny. Oops. Darn it. I think that's a great shot there, though, with them riding on Prime. And he's kind of like, you know, riding on top of him or whatever. And I think that's a nice shot. Looks like Thundercracker's back in town, or maybe he was there the whole time. I didn't see him before. Oh yeah, they're going to come to kill Jazz, I think, and then what happens? Okay, you know what? Again, painful experiments. Blah blah blah. Wait. Oh, I think they're gonna take Cliffjumper with them. For some reason, the whole part was the painful experiments. I thought that was when they're talking to. Maybe they do later when they're talking to Spike. Because Spike's on his way basically in Astro Train, and Crazy Train, Astro Train, right? Yeah, I've got him sitting on the shelf, although he's missing a part. But anyways, there is that. That's not Huffer. Is that Huffer? No, it's Beachcomber. That's right. Yeah, Beachcomber says right there. My name is Beachcomber. Here, I'm here to rescue you. He is? Okay. Oh, that's the end of the comic. Okay. Something about the... Again, I'll have to reread it again. I thought he mentioned something about doing experiments. Oh, wait. But this is our home, such a Soundwave, interest in new species, Soundwave deliverance of the real live human will solidify ties within the leader of Cybertron. I won't lie to you, Spike. With long hair, you will be tortured. That's what he said. I remember that. You will be tortured. What? Then, of course, Cliffjumper looks like he burrows himself in from the bottom there. Causes he brings him down. He brings down. Yeah. Okay. Now I get it. Brings him down and then breaks in, and then he comes to rescue Spike. Okay. And that's the end of that issue. So I am looking forward to issue number. Is it number 9? 10. Yeah, number 10, because it's got Carly again in her van. I like Carly in her van, and what's her face? RC's with her too. I like that kind of connection they got going on, where they didn't like each other at first. I like that. I don't know. That's part of the little like drama that I guess I am caught up in the human drama too. I guess I like it all in relation to the Transformers. I don't know. I'm having a ball with these. Like I said, I highly recommend that you pick these up. I mean, they're definitely, like I said, they're $3.99 just like any other comic. But I highly suggest that you pick these up. I mean, they're great books. The first 6 issues are great. These 3 issues, 7 through 9, are great. Like I said, it's my confusion. Don't let that put you off. I'm just a little frazzled lately, just because I've just been so busy and trying to get everything done. As you can see, I'm not really been recording that many videos because I just haven't had the time, and I just haven't anything really to talk about. For the most part, I was waiting for comics, and then I got comics. So now, I've got some more comics coming. I think there's 3 comics. I think all 3 of my Marvel comics coming next week. I think I got a Spider-Woman, a She-Hulk, and a Captain Marvel coming next week. So next week will probably be pretty heavy with the reviews. I'll probably make. I'm trying not to put them all in one issue or one episode. I'll probably spread them out over 3. So you'll look forward to 3 episodes coming up probably next week or shortly thereafter with those on those comics. As far as this stuff, Destro I think comes out next week too. So we'll probably do one of Destro. And then, and then we'll see what goes from there. Like I said, I'm going to stay on the comics for a while. I'm probably not going to do music. I just as a little side note to the people who do interested in the music stuff that I've been doing, I almost completed my Blue Oyster Cult vinyl collection. I've got Club Ninja and Revolution by Night on the way. They're shipped. They're on their way right now in transit. I'm kind of holding off on Imaginos just because I can't find a copy for less than $42 for like a vintage copy. And again, I think that's for Career of Evil. I'd probably get Career of Evil compilation. Outside of that, I'm not gonna get anything more. That's pretty much all of the Blue Oyster Cult albums that I wanted. But I've got everything right now, everything up to ETI Live. And of course I got the 2 following studio albums. So I've got everything up to Club Ninja, I guess. Just need 2 albums. Imaginos and Career of Evil. So I still need to pick up some Rush. I got Moving Pictures, but I still look. Rush is just always hard to find on vinyl. Even though they got all the reissues out, just people I don't think are partying with their stuff. I did pick up I did pick up Phaedra and La Park from Tangerine Dream. I don't know if you're a Tangerine Dream fan. I really talked about them that much, but I did pick up a couple of those. But again, I'm going to stay on the comic book stuff for the video, kind of keep it. I think it's funny. Of all the things that, you know, people listen to my channel for, it seems like comics is the least, and that's the thing I'm going to focus on the most. So, you know, I'm still nowhere near being monetized, and with now trickling down to maybe 1 or 2 videos a week, I get traffic has just gone to a screeching halt. I'm going to continue to keep making the videos just because I have been, and it's a thing for me. Like I said, it's very cathartic for me. Keep doing it, but really, you know, it's not. I'm not doing this for trying to get money at any point. Like I said, I like the conversation. I like when people give me comments and feedback, and I open up a dialogue with people about things that I'm interested in. Because trust me, working from home is a very lonely existence. And I do have my friends I talk to, like the guy who just called me while this video is being recorded. But I also like to hear from other people too, you know, some new people. So give me a shout out, you know, let's talk about this comic or whatever you want to talk about. It's fine with me. So until then, remember to subscribe. We'll get there eventually. Subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. All right, bye-bye.